Most people in their early 20s are worrying about student debt or stressing about their next job that they're going to get, or even just it feels like a middle life crisis with what's going on in this world right now. AI is evolving, you don't know what to do, but here I am 22 years old and I'm setting myself up for my future right now. I'm here positioning myself for what I believe is going to be a generational wealth opportunity for many people my age, and if you don't act upon it, you're missing out, plain and simple. This, I believe, will be one of the best wealth transformations in our generation. We see stock market at an all-time high, crypto keeps rising, and you don't know, everything is just exploding and you don't know what to do, you're at the right place. In this video, I will explain my exact investment strategy for the next couple of years to plan to 5x to maybe even 10x my portfolio. In this video, I'm going to talk about the best stocks, top crypto, and what is really going on in the market right now and in the US economy right now. There's going to be a lot of information in this video. Make sure you guys just stay tuned in. Leave a like if you guys think this is a good informational video for you guys, and if you use any of this in the future. Some things we're going to be covering is what's going on in the market right now, what the market is set up, when is it time to get in, and in this video we'll be covering the top 9 stocks or sectors of stocks that I believe have a great future in the US economy. All right, let's start with where we are right now. It's very important to understand the market conditions that we're dealing with right now and what is really going on where you can miss or possibly gain on an opportunity in the next few months. From 2024 to 2025, we have seen crazy numbers as we've seen S&P 500 continuously keep getting higher and higher and higher. Yes, early in the year, we did see a dip in the market that was very crucial that a lot of people took an advantage of. Individual stocks have been going parabolic. We've seen stocks grow around 1,000% in the last year, 100% per year. Matter of fact, remember, each investment is supposed to gain only around 10% per year. That's the average. So market is definitely outperforming in the last couple of years. Some big stocks that we've seen Tesla hit 4 trillion market cap. We've seen Nvidia hit 4 trillion market cap. We even seen Bitcoin at 120K this year. But here's what most people are missing. This isn't just a random bull run or a random seize in the market and everything's just exploding just cause. We've had 3 major important things that have been driving this. First, the AI infrastructure and AI just exploding, and the potential that we see in AI in the market has been insane. Second of all, the Federal Reserve has switched its motive from going from aggressive rate hikes to a very cutting cycle, which floods the market with multiple opportunities because all the volatility, all the volume in all these stocks. Now, I'll be honest with you, a lot of people are really second guessing investing right now as we're seeing all-time highs. Of course, do you really want to get in the market at all-time high? It's a very good big question right now. They're saying the market's so high, it's like you were due for a crash. It's too late to get in. And look, I really do get it. It is pretty high. It seems like a very risky investment to get in right now as the market has been surging. But when you see all-time highs, it can feel scary. I mean, of course, always invest at your own choice, at your own risk, and always take your own thesis. You know, everyone has their own opinion about the market. You can't control what happens in the future. I can't control what happens in the future. But here's what I've learned being in the market for the last couple years. I know I'm only 22, but I've learned a lot with the market history. The biggest wealth is made during the transition periods. We saw during COVID, we thought the surge was over after the big surge during COVID, kept on running up. This is literally continuous momentum. And I believe that we are not even close to the end of the cycle as AI intelligence is continuously growing and tech is continuously growing the amount of volume and market cap in these industries. So remember, while everyone else is sitting on the sidelines waiting for a crash that might never even happen, you know, I'm positioning aggressively. Because I'm 22, I'm being very aggressive with my positions right now. I have something most investors don't have, which is time. Everyone that is watching this video near my age has time. We have so much time in a surgical market, you don't want to miss out on opportunity. I believe even if you buy right now, I guarantee you, almost guarantee you, I can't guarantee you anything, but I could almost guarantee you will be up in the future. Hold into these stocks that I'm about to mention to you or these sectors, you will be up. I could afford to be wrong maybe in the next 6 months, and you might say this video is all BS or whatever, but I'm here for the long game, not the short. And that brings me back to what this video is for, my strategy. All right, so let's get into what you guys are really watching this for. These are the 9 sectors that I'm choosing to invest in. Well, listen close. First one that I'm going to be mentioning is a really obvious one. I think everyone should be getting into the Mag 7 and Core Tech. The Mag 7, if you don't know, includes Microsoft, Microsoft, Apple, Google, Amazon, Tesla, Meta. These are my safe, high growth plays. I've been investing in some of these companies for a while and they've been giving me great returns. It's always good to have a smart play, but I'm not positioning myself maybe like 5 to 10% of my portfolio. I'm playing very safe on those, but I know in the long term, those will be very good and keep me set. I know everyone's saying that they're a little overvalued as it's or at the all-time high, but we're still early in this innings of the AI innovation. As we see NVIDIA is using the AI innovation, Tesla's, evolving in the AI innovation. And we've seen massive growth continuously with massive drops. There's many times that you could buy and position yourself in these stocks. In around 5 years from now, I expect to see a possibly 50 to 100% return from these, maybe possibly 200% return from these, as I can think that this trend is going to continue. But in the long term, for sure, we will see a positive gain. It's always important to never fade the top companies, as they're the trillion-dollar industries with multiple billions of dollars to work with other companies, and they will stay at the top for a while. All right, another sector that I'm getting into is cybersecurity. This is one of my big plays that I believe will be very important in the future with very positive gains. The biggest company that I'm really looking at which is the leader of cybersecurity right now, is CrowdStrike. In the past year, we have seen a 72% gain as I position myself in this stock, and I continue to see way more. It's trading around $500 with a market cap of around 123 billion. I think the cybersecurity will be very vital and important with tech continuously to grow. With cyber threats increasing and AI being used more and more by both attackers and defenders, cybersecurity spending is non-negotiable in the future. But always don't downplay competition. It's always good to get into a competitive space, and cybersecurity is very competitive. And another company, very small in market cap, only trading at 2.7 billion market cap, is BBAI, known as Big Bear AI Holdings. They're another stock that I could see massive growth in the cybersecurity space. In fact, a year to date, they are up 382% as they're a newer company. It keeps growing into different spaces. People have to hold their money somewhere. And that's why I believe financial innovation is the next big thing. And many people are going to be keeping their money in financial institutions that are mostly mobile online. The biggest one that we've seen crazy surges, that if you've been following me on TikTok or even Twitter, I've been talking about crazy, is SoFi. This is my favorite financial tech play. As we've seen around a 100% gain in the last year, which is crazy for a company that big. SoFi is continuously getting more money as more student loans are coming in, more loans are coming in general. And with increased interest rates, we will definitely see that number increase massively. And they're even using AI to make lending decisions. They're definitely above a lot of people in their market. I really recommend checking out their stocks, but there's definitely way more you could check in your own time. Now, this is a very risky sector that I'm gonna mention, but I think I'm very invested into this market, as I believe it could have crazy gains as it exponentially grows. And that, it sounds stupid, but it's the sector of sports bet. People might think, why would you invest in a company about sports betting that's not really that profitable or won't really change in the amount of money? But man, sports betting has been one of the most popular things in the last 5 years. And now that it's becoming more legal in different states, I think it's about to grow massively. We see the stock DraftKings, as it is valued at around $43 right now. I think this is a stock that can easily run up to $100 in the next few years, maybe even less than the next few years, maybe even $200. As I think the industry will continue to grow. A crazy stat, DraftKings is actually only at $35, guys. I just noticed I had a 10% loss, but a crazy stat, that $27 billion were gambled on the NFL last year. The NFL only last year, only one sport, 27 billion. DraftKings is definitely one of the leaders in its sectors, and its market cap is only at 17 billion right now. This is definitely a company I recommend getting into. Don't miss out on this opportunity. And maybe check any other ones, but this is the biggest one that I'm really positioning myself in. And it's a very risky one, but I'm trusting my thesis. You could go into as much as digital entertainment, sports betting, just in general combined together. I believe it would be its own sector. But DraftKings is the only one I really did my research that I could really tell you guys that I have really confidence in. Real confidence in. And the next sector is one that I believe will be crazy big in the future, and it is not too late to get in, even though we've seen surgical gains. And that would be the space and advanced tech. We've seen companies like Rich Tech Robotics go crazy in the last few months. We've seen companies like Rocket Lab go crazy in the last few months. And I think these surges will continue to grow, as we don't even see any advanced tech being used on our daily life yet. It's a higher risk, higher reward play. The space economy is exploding though. Satellite internet, space manufacturing, and everything could be an industry completely grown as our knowledge of tech grows. Rich Tech Robotics is an aerospace recovery, plus they're involved in nuclear power. Nuclear power has been in very big demand in the past few months. I don't know if you guys been checking out the market stuff. I mean, nuclear energy is a big demand and they supply a lot of it. And another sector I'm going to be talking about is healthcare and its essential services and international services. These companies that I mentioned in this sector will be Alibaba and United Healthcare. These companies are definitely trading at a discount. Have we seen a crazy fall in United Healthcare after, you know, what happened with Mr. Luigi? This is my defensive play, as I believe UNH will still be a very profitable company and it's just way undervalued. It has even reached, I think, 50% below what it is right now, which is insane. For international exposure or just essential services exposure, I would get into Baba, which is formerly known as Alibaba. Alibaba is a service where they offer basically wholesale items for people to sell. And I believe more people will be entering the entrepreneurship world, more people will be entering and noticing goods for a better price on this website. It has been very beaten down, but as we've seen, the market's been going crazy in America. Why wouldn't it be going crazy worldwide? It has not been affected yet. The stock has not moved like the rest of the market. That's why I'm positioning myself in this play. And this is actually very important because I believe that China's economy is very, very low right now, and we're seeing the US very, very high. Why not take advantage of a market that is low with the amount of supply and money that you have? Another sector that you really need to get deep into, as it's exploding, in fact, 3 times the value it's supposed to be in 3 years from now, is data centers in the US. Data centers and AI infrastructures are going to be massively growing, as many companies will need the demand of the space and the supply for this. There's many companies in this sector, like we got AMD, we got NVIDIA creating chips as well. They're creating that AI infrastructure, but for data centers, I'm mostly looking at APLD. Another one that I'm actually really looking at is called Fermi, which is actually a newer company that just IPO'd this week in October 2025, and they are only at a value of 4 billion market cap. This could surgically grow as it is a newer company, and data centers will be the future for many companies that they will rely for supply of their data for their AI, whether it's their AI for Tesla, whether it's their AI for Meta, whatever. For all these big companies like that are gonna need these data centers in the future. Data will continue to expand, data will continue to grow. There will always be a limited supply of data that these companies can hold. These companies will provide that space for them and at a very expensive rate. And the last sector that I'm going to be getting with you guys in this video is going to be the crypto mining sector of the stocks. There's many companies in this, as I'm very bullish in the crypto market, as I own a lot of crypto myself, as I believe also is a very good investment. But here we're talking about stocks. And crypto mining stocks are a very underrated value. Let's talk about CLSK. CLSK has been surging as it's up 75% in the last month. And in fact, I think it will continue to grow. CleanSpark holds around 13,000 shares of Bitcoin as of September 30th in 2025. If Bitcoin even reaches and continues to grow at the rate it's been growing, this company is going to be worth way more than what it is right now. CLSK is only valued at a 4 billion market cap, and they continue to supply more Bitcoin every year, as of many other Bitcoin mining and Ethereum mining companies do. These are companies that I really recommend checking out or even getting into, because the growth is insane in the crypto market, so will be the same in the stocks. CLSK is one of them. We got SIPHR, and we also got MicroStrategy, known as MSTR, which is probably one of the biggest valued ones. But don't sleep on CLSK, as they're being very aggressive with their buying in Bitcoin, and they also have been not growing at the rate as MicroStrategy. The profit could be exponential as this space continues to grow. Of course, play it at your own risk, but I'm very positive on crypto, and I'm very positive on these mining companies. So if you made it this far, I challenge you to do the same for yourself. Don't just scroll, don't just go on to the next video. Do your own research and take advantage of what the market is offering you right now. These are crazy times in the market. Don't miss out on opportunities. You miss out on every opportunity you don't take. Just like Michael Jordan said, you miss every shot you don't take. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Those are my biggest sectors that I'm very bullish on. You know, it's a very different approach in the market, as I'm playing very aggressive. But once again, I'm only 22 and I have the time to play aggressive. So do you, if you're watching this video for the same reason. And guys, for digital assets and products and stocks and everything, I just believe this is the beginning. Just had to say, I'm just documenting it from today, as I'm starting this YouTube channel for multiple reasons: for financial advice, whether it's for what is really going on with AI or tech, That's what this YouTube channel will be mostly about. Make sure you guys check out my TikTok. I'll have it linked right here, Instagram right here, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate all of y'all for staying this long. Thank you for your time.